Hello students, in the previous topic we understood about base and the properties of base. Today's topic we are going to understand about indicators. Now firstly, in the properties of acid as well as base, there was a specific property that was mentioned. That is, acids and base are extremely harmful, dangerous as well as corrosive in nature. So, if an acid or a base is placed in front of you, how will you identify it? I here have a conical flask and a beaker. One is filled with acid, the second is filled with base. Can you identify by just looking at it which is an acid and which is the base? The answer is no. Do you think we should taste it and identify which one is an acid and which one is a base? The answer to it is also no. We should not taste an acid or a base because they are harmful and dangerous in nature. So, how are we supposed to identify that the liquid in front of us, which one is an acid and which one is a base? The method or a way to find out is with the help of indicator. Indicators are special substances which change their color when it reacts with an acid or a base. That is, in acidic and basic properties, they change their characteristics. There are two types of indicator. The first type of indicator is natural indicator and the second type of indicator is synthetic indicator. As the name is, natural means the indicator which is naturally produced or obtained from plants, fruits, vegetables. They are called natural indicators. Few examples are turmeric, China rose, litmus, etc. Synthetic indicators. The indicators which are prepared by artificial method or with the help of man-made resources. They are called synthetic indicators. Some of the examples are phenolphthalein, methyl orange, etc. So basically indicators are those substances which helps us identify whether the liquid is an acid or a base. You also know whether it's a neutral. And there are two types of indicators. One is natural indicators and the second is synthetic indicator. Let's now identify and understand how indicators change their color when they are put over an acidic medium and over a basic medium. I have a chart here which I have made, which includes most of the indicators from number 1 to number 4. We have all the natural indicators. Number 5, 6 and 7 are the synthetic indicators. First, let's understand the first one, which is turmeric. It is an example of a natural indicator. Now, if you take turmeric, A symbolizes for acid, B symbolizes for base. Turmeric is going to remain unchanged in an acidic medium. At the same time, it would change its color to red in a basic medium. Let's see it practically. I have turmeric powder with me. I would take a test tube and add, with the help of a spatula, 1 spoon of turmeric. In my beaker, I have base. As you can see, the color has changed to red, brick red in color. And that is what is written here, that is turmeric turns red in a basic solution. Let's add acid right now. You all can see the color just disappeared, and this is the original color of our turmeric powder. And this is also what is written in the chart, that the color remains unchanged in a acidic solution. A same phenomena is also seen when a stain, a curry stain falls over your clothes. At that time, if you will rub it with soap, soap is base. So your curry stain would change its color or would turn into a red stain. Initially it would be yellow, but after rubbing the soap over it, it would turn red. and turmeric is one of the most classic example of natural indicators. Let's take the second indicator, that is litmus. Litmus is obtained from lichens. Okay, the dye is extracted from lichens and that's how the lichen paper is prepared. I have two types of litmus paper with me. The first one is red litmus, the second one is blue litmus. It helps us to identify the color change. Here I have only written about if you take a blue litmus, it would turn red, which shows it's acidic. Same way, if you take a red litmus and it turns blue, it is a base. So now, let's take a red litmus and see how it reacts or what change is seen when a base is put over it. So this is my red litmus. You can see the color change. It has turned blue, light blue. So this clearly states that a red litmus turned blue, which shows that the beaker contains a base. Now what if on a red litmus paper we put a drop of acid? It remains the same. That is, if a red litmus paper is taken and on it, if we are going to put a drop of acid, the color will not change. The color will remain the same. Now I am going to take the blue litmus paper and add few drops of acid. As you can see, the color has changed to red. So the blue litmus paper did turn red, which shows that the conical flask is filled with an acid. Again, the same question might come to your mind. What if we take the blue litmus paper and we add few drops of base on it? So if you take a blue litmus paper and you add base on it, the color would remain the same. It would not change its color. Now let's go to the third example of natural indicator, that is China rose. China rose, also known as hibiscus. It can be prepared by taking 10-12 petals of China rose. You have to keep it in warm water. Keep it for some time until the color of the water changes. Filter it, and then the filtrate that you have, if you take an acidic solution, it would turn dark pink, and in a basic solution, it would turn green. Same way, if you take red cabbage, now for making a red cabbage solution, you need to take crushed red cabbage. You need to boil it in water. You will get a paste kind of a thing. Now when that is applied over an acid, or if you take the filtrate of it in acid, it would turn pink or red. But when a base is there, it turns green. So here you can understand the color changes and you would be able to identify whether the solution is an acid or a base with the help of the natural indicators. Let's now start with the synthetic indicators. I here have two bottles. The first bottle is of phenolphthalein and the second bottle is of methyl orange. Let's see how the color changes in both of them. We would first take the example of methyl orange. So I am taking a test tube, adding base. So the color has to remain yellow. Let's see if this is going to happen. So when I put few drops of methyl orange in my solution turns yellow. So by this method, I would understand that my beaker contains base. Let's now add few drops of acid in it. As you can see, the color has changed to red. And this is what is written in the chart. That is, methyl orange changes its color, that is, it is red in an acidic medium and it is yellow in a basic medium. Let's now understand in phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein is colorless in an acidic medium and it is pink in a basic medium, as you can see in the chart. So I am taking acid, few drops of it. I am adding phenolphthalein. So I have added few drops of phenolphthalein, but there is such in it. I am now taking few drops of base and let's see the color change. So here you can see the solution has turned pink because phenolphthalein is colorless in an acidic medium, but it turns pink when it is a basic medium. We also have a universal indicator which is known as pH strip. This is known as a pH strip, and with the help of the pH strip you are able to identify not only acids but base and neutral also. All the reddish color symbolizes acids, the light blue to the dark blue color symbolizes base, and the green color symbolizes neutral. Let's see the color change. So I am taking a pH paper and as I put a drop of base, it turned blue. When I add a drop of acid over a new pH paper, it is going to turn red, just like the litmus paper which was below. So the pH paper works with the same phenomena, but in a litmus paper you can only identify whether a given liquid is an acid or a base. But in a pH paper, you are able to identify whether it's an acid, base or a neutral solution. Thank you.